We are going live on YouTube. Just a moment, please. Okay. Please, once again, let's drop a message on the group. Everyone should join because I'm starting now. Okay. Okay. It's the moment, please. Trying to turn on my video. Okay, great. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of our training. I'm sure we had a great time yesterday. All right, I'm sure we had a great time yesterday. Trusting God that today's session would be better than yesterday. All right. But before we start, I would like to ask for, let me just share some of the things that we'll be doing today. Okay, of course, we'll continue our Canva training. Some of the things we'll do today, we'll start by me taking one or two comments from some of us here on, your experience on Sorry, guys, I lost connection there for a bit. Can we all turn off our videos? Because when multiple videos are on, right, it could affect the performance of the platform. So please, let's turn off our videos, okay? Please, everyone, be kind enough to turn off your videos. All right, thank you. So I was saying that I'll take comments from us with respect to our attempts on Canva, and then I'll talk on some of the designs that you guys sent. Then we'll talk about prospecting for clients as a social media manager, how to start building your followership base on your social media platforms, and then we proceed into more practical sessions on Canva. Are we together? So I would need us to please use the raise hand icon on Zoom. So just raise your hand and I'll call on you to speak on your experience using Canva, your experience in training so far. All right, so please use the hand raise function. Let me hear from you guys. I'll allow you to speak. Then I'll just call on a few persons. So let's hear from some of us that are here. Anybody wants to share their experience using Canva, going back to listening to the recording and everything. Anybody? Let's do this in the next 5 minutes. Are we together? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's hand is raised. Okay, should I take it that nobody has any comments on their experiences in Canva? Should I call on persons to speak? Okay, I guess I will call on someone. Happiness Noah, I saw a few of your designs, so let me hear from you. I would allow you to speak. Let me hear from you. How was your experience using Canva? How was your experience from the class yesterday? And just share your thoughts. I am allowing you to unmute yourself to speak. Happiness Noah, let's hear from you. Okay, Paul Jumbo, you will go next. All right, so let's just hold on a bit. Okay, it appears that Happiness Noah is not being able to speak at the moment. So Paul, let's hear you, please. Yeah, Paul, let's hear you. You can speak. Unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, evening.
I can hear you. Yesterday's. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sure others can hear you as well.
Okay. I missed yesterday's lesson, yesterday's class.
Okay.
Because I was busy. So I went to watch the YouTube video through the link that was sent in the WhatsApp group. And I tried practicing it myself, but I couldn't find the icon to put the shape. You know, there's this place that in the video they said there's a shape that you can use if you want to put a picture.
Okay.
I don't know if you, yeah. So I was trying to do that because literally what I did was trash. I couldn't come up with what I wanted to do. So
okay, we'll speak through that as we progress. But it's good that you were able to go back to try your hands on it, even though you were not in the meeting. So, well, good one on that. But we'll go through that, all right? Just draw my attention to it when we get into Canva proper.
All right. Okay? Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So you just kindly mute yourself. I think Happiness Noah is ready to speak to us. Okay, you are the one that spoke to. I think it was Paul, right? Paul Jumbo. Paul, let's hear you.
I've spoken already.
Oh, okay. Happiness, can you go? Happiness Noah, can you speak now? You need to unmute yourself. Okay, you're unmuted, but I can't hear you. If you're saying something, we can't hear you. So while we still can't hear you. While you fix your audio, let's hear from God's joy. Yeah, so let's hear from God's joy. That's the name I'm seeing here on the chat.
Yeah, good evening.
Oh, okay. Good evening, Ma.
How are you? Thanks so much for this training. God bless you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I've been hearing about Canvas, and I was the one asked to download it. I downloaded it, but I don't know how to use it. So yesterday, when you were actually training us, you didn't start from the beginning. You didn't tell us how to open it. I mean, how to use it. At the interface, you just see those education, this and that. We don't know how. I don't know how to actually open it, use it, and all that. So I want you to take us through that, so that you just open it for us. Then you tell us what to do next by pinpointing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that. That's noted that. So I take note of that. When we want to start this session, we'll start from there. Yeah, that's noted, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Timmy Pre Roland. let's hear you. Roland, the floor is yours. You can speak. Okay, it appears we lost Roland there. Roland, if you are speaking, we can't hear you. Okay, Roland is saying he can't hear anything. I think that will be from your end. Maybe you should leave the meeting and join again. All right, I think that should be from your end. Okay, so for the sake of time, we will just proceed. Okay, we'll take more comments later, so we don't keep people waiting and time is running against us. Let's just proceed. So I was saying that some other things we're going to learn today: how to prospect for clients, how to grow your followership base as a social media manager, and then you know, we will now go into Canva proper. So how do we prospect for clients? How do you prospect for clients? Now you are a social media manager. You are putting it up on your WhatsApp status because you had a 3 hours or 2 hours training yesterday, and you watched some videos and you tried your hand on a few things, and you've done a few posts on social media space before. And yes, you can call yourself a social media manager. All right, rightfully so. What's the next step, right? How do you get clients? So I'm sure you can hear me. Let me just be sure that you guys can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. I'm sure you can see me. So how do you get clients? This industry thrives on referrals, as almost every other industry, right? It thrives on referrals. But before a referral can come, you should have had a client, and you should use, as a social media manager, you should have had a form of online presence for yourself or for your brand. Okay. So if people ask you, can we see your portfolio? Do you have a page, a website that we could, go check out to see what you do? Right. You should have that. Okay, but that's secondary. It's actually secondary. I think it's primary. Okay. So you can start with creating an online presence for yourself that you're a social media manager. How do you do this? You could create an Instagram page, a Facebook page, a Twitter handle for yourself, right? Put up content periodically, 3 times a week, at least 3 times a week. I won't say 2 times a week, at least 3 days a week. Put up something on your social media platform, right? Just sharing tips, how to better manage your social media page, kind of content to put up, things you should pay attention to. Just tips to help people know to get okay, this person is a social media manager, they might reach out to you, hey, I run a business, I want to start a business, I need a social media manager, can you help me manage my page? They reach out to you, right? Same way, you can see you see someone's WhatsApp status and the person is always posting pictures and videos of weave-ons, wigs, maybe one day you want to buy a weave-on or a wig for yourself or a friend, a sister, a loved one, whatever, right? More often than not, the first person that will come to your mind is that person who you've seen on their WhatsApp status that, oh, this person sells, let me reach out to this person. Hey, how much do you sell? Can I see what you have? Conversation views like that. So same way you put yourself out there, tips on social media management, how to give yourself a better online presence, a better brand presence, one day when someone needs a social media manager, you most likely will be the first person to come to mind and they'll reach out to you. All right. But aside that, how do you now prospect? Let's say now you've had a media presence for yourself as a social media manager. You want to prospect a client. What can you do? So you can, what's the word? You can hunt for clients. All right. Ask yourself, what industry or what industries do I want to explore in terms of deploying my skill as a social media manager? It could be in the fashion industry. You want to be a social media manager for fashion brands. You want to try out logistics. You want to try out real estate. You want to try out food and catering. You want to try out the music industry. Where you think you get clients? You want to try out the legal industry. You're a lawyer. You could be a social media manager for law firms. Okay. So what do you do? one thing you can do is to do a Google search, for instance. Maybe top companies in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, at least big cities, right? That ordinarily would have thriving businesses. Okay, almost all major business or businesses that are thriving, they have their headquarters either in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and other cities that could come to mind. No prejudice to any other city, right? So let's say let's assume you want to be a social media manager for a logistics company, for instance, right? So you check popular logistics company in Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt, So you go online, of course, Google will bring out a list of companies for you. You could go on their social media platform, you could go on Instagram and just check. So those companies that you see, right? Go on Instagram, check. See how their online presence is on Instagram. Go on Twitter, check. Go on Facebook, check. Right? If possible, TikTok, well, but check. Okay? LinkedIn, check. If it's for companies, industries, companies, firms, establishments, go online, check their LinkedIn page. How is their performance like? You want to be a social media manager for a finance company. You want to be a social media manager for PiggyVest. You want to be a social media manager for Cowrywise. You want to be a social media manager for PalmPay, Money Points. You want to be a social media manager for, as far as your mind can go, right? So check for these companies. Go and check their online presence. How are they faring? Okay. Are they doing well? When last did they post? The posts that you see, how often do they post? Can you do better? Can you help them increase their numbers by putting out more posts regularly? Are we together? Are we following? You understand what I'm saying? Leave a comment in the chat box. Let me see. I want to be sure that you guys are following me and you're hearing me loud and clear. Okay. Thank you for responding. I believe that goes for everybody. All right. So do that. That's one way to prospect. When you reach out to them, hi, maybe an email, a call. If you know someone that knows someone there, reach out. Okay, you have gone through their page. You see that this is the performance, and you believe that brand presence has a way of helping businesses to thrive, to do well, and you have what it takes to help them do better in terms of their online presence. You can help them to market their business on the social media space, give them a large community followership, things like that, right? They might reach out to you. Like God's favor, plus your credentials and all of that, your ability to deliver, give them good value. Okay, they might pick interest, reach out to you. All right, we saw your message, your email. We think we're interested. Can we see what you have done before? That's why I said to have something to show, right? In terms of having something to show, okay, you're saying have something to show. I've never done this before. I've never been a social media manager before. You start from somewhere. You could start from now. Start building your social media page for yourself as a social media manager, right? Even if it's just an Instagram page or a LinkedIn page, right? Start creating content regularly. Put them up. It's for Covenant House. Okay, of course, from this training, we're going to get guys to join the media department where you get training to sharpen your skill and get better as a social media manager, a content creator. Okay, so if it's the Covenant House platform, so that you want to say, okay, from these dates, I started managing the Covenant House platform on Instagram or Twitter or this and that, right? They see what you've done, like, okay, we've seen what you do. It looks quite cool. Maybe we should give you a try. What are your rates? How are you going to charge us? How much are we paying you? How many times a week are you posting? All right. And the conversation progresses from there. That's how it starts. And by God's grace, maybe you do it for like 5 to 10 companies, establishments. Even if it's just 1 or 2 that say, okay, let's give this a try for a month or 2, and they see what you're doing and they're okay. That's okay. Let's continue. Top up your pay, right? And then they could get referrals from there. Okay, maybe the MD, when you do your content, you send to him, apart from posting it on a social media platform, maybe the MD posts it on his WhatsApp status. Maybe a friend of his sees it. I noticed it for the past couple of days or weeks. this is your business. There's been a change. You guys are doing some nice stuff. I see your WhatsApp status and it makes sense. Who is helping with your graphics? Oh man, some guy, Paul, he just reached out to me some 2 months ago, and he's really, really, really wonderful. Please share his contact. Okay, share his number. Someone reaches out to you. Hey, yes, I got your number for some person. I have a business, can you help me back? And it grows like that. Okay, you can extend it beyond Nigeria. Okay, open a domiciliary account, a dollar account, a foreign account. Sure. There are platforms that enable you to, receive funds from abroad, right? You can prospect to foreign clients. Okay, let them know that okay, you're not a Yahoo girl from Nigeria that's trying to scam them. They are bringing value. Make them see that value is coming. All right, and that's how you prospect client. That's one way. Then referrals. All right, so it's very important. Take note of that. So how do you increase followership? Sorry, just a moment. I want to do something. Have to mute. How do you more like build followership? Okay, so if you remember, I had said, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I had mentioned that if you want to check for content, if you want to get content ideas, you should check the social media platforms of competitors in that industry. So yesterday I used an illustration of God is Good Logistics. Let's say, for instance, you want to be a social media manager for a logistics brand, right? And you're trying to get ideas of things to post, contents to create. All right. You could go on what's it called now? So if you go to, let's say best logistics company. Let me use a better one. For lack of something more creative. Fast Peak Logistics. Okay, so let's say a company reaches out to you. The company is Fast Peak Logistics. They are into delivery. Okay, within Lagos, outside Lagos, they do deliveries. All right, I want to get that. Can you guys hear me, please? Leave a comment. I want to believe you guys are hearing me and following me. All right, to save time. So Fast Peak Logistics, right? Social media manager for them, and you've started creating content. All right, maybe you've done content for like a week or two, and you're trying to see how you can grow the followership. Now, of course, there is paid adverts. You can do sponsored adverts. We'll talk about sponsored adverts tomorrow, right? Those ways. There is that can help. As much as possible, do not buy followers. You can backfire. Instagram or Facebook can block your accounts. As much as possible, don't buy followers. Try and grow organically, right? So, one way to do that, the competitors, the guys that are doing very well in that industry, go to their pages and follow their followers, right? More often than not, their followers will follow you. So if you follow 10, for instance, in worst case scenario, 3 or 4 out of every 10 that you follow will follow you back. For the following reasons. One, usually in the social media space, it's follow for follow. You follow me, I follow you. That if I check your page and I see that, okay, you're an actual human being, and you are not one of all those binomo persons that want to tell you, if you check that page, you will see put in 50,000 and get 100K in 3 days, things like that. You must have seen something like that on social media platforms, right? So, not such accounts. So when you follow them and then you check your page, you see that, oh, okay, this is the logistics company, right? Most likely they'll follow you back. So, in worst case scenario, 3 out of every 10, 3, 4, 5 will most likely follow you back. Now, another reason why they will follow you back is, now let's assume that Mr. A is following God is Good Logistics. and he uses God is Good Logistics to do deliveries for his business. All right. And you are a social media manager for Fast Peak Logistics. Right. And Fast Peak Logistics does deliveries for businesses as well. Now, if Mr. A that does deliveries for his business using God is Good, that is an established brand name and all of that, if Mr. A sees that God is Good is charging him, let's say, for delivery from Lagos Island to Lagos mainland, delivery is like 3,000 or 3,500, right? And of course, they want to look for a cheaper alternative that is as good as God is Good and reliable and trustworthy, right? So I want to check your page out. Okay, these people, they look like their packaging, they look like they are good. Let me follow them, right? So gradually like that, you're building client base. If it's a real estate brand that you are managing, go and check pages, Revolution Plus, Ned, what's this name? There's one Ned guy, he's a social media mogul, check all these big realtors, follow their followers, right? It's a fashion brand. Check, maybe somebody's doing thrift business and they want to open a social media, they want to open a social media account. Look for thrift brands on social media space that do thrift, right? Follow their followers. Most like their followers want to follow you back and see you to what you can. If you are doing social media manager for a furniture company, go and check what are these furniture company names again? How come I'm just forgetting them on the spot? Furniture companies, but I don't know why I'm just forgetting them, but yeah, big furniture companies, right? Go and follow their followers, all right? And all like that, let me know about vlogging. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. So when you post regularly, on your story, on your feed, you post video content, you post reels. Generally, video content have a way of getting better performance than normal images, text, and stuff, right? So you post video content as you're doing it consistently, gradually, right? People are seeing value from your content. You are giving them information that would, help them do better and make life easy for them, right? You're giving them promos, legit promos, not audio promos, all right? Gradually. So it doesn't work like, man, don't let anybody tell you that, see, once you open a social media account today, just open an Instagram feed. In 2 weeks, you get 1,000 followers. It doesn't work like that. They're not Sunday head nuts that they will block his account, ban him from Instagram, and then the next day he has had 500,000 followers. You're not Sunday head nuts. You are not one big household name yet. You will get there, right? But you don't just open on Instagram, for instance, Instagram page, and you are seeing, you not guarantee your customers, see, don't worry. By the end of this month, you should 7,000 followers, unless you want to buy them, which I don't advise you to. All right. Overflow this and all, I'm sure we understand. Okay. Any questions? Should I take questions? What's time? This is 8:10. This is 8:10. Let's see. Questions, 5 minutes. Just raise your hands. Raise your hand. It's a question. Anybody? Questions? Just use the raise hand function, and then I'll call you. I'll unmute you for you to speak. Any questions? It appears as though there's no question. All right, I think we are good to go. All right, no questions. I take it as we all understand. Okay, I see Grace Irokes. Somebody, your name is TCH Online. I don't know why you use the password as your name, but anyway, you are saying, when can we start on the other aspect of Canva? Just chill now, and we'll get there. We're almost there. So Grace, let's hear from you. What is your question? Okay, I think I need to enable you to speak. So yeah, let's hear from you, please, Grace.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mark. Yes, I can hear
Please,
you.
my question is this. Okay, my question is about the followers, people that followed
Okay.
you. When you follow the people that followed you back. So
Yeah.
does that mean how? Because when you are following people on the internet, one, you are paying through your data, right? So how do you
Okay.
get paid back? Is it when people followed you? How do you get paid back? Sorry that I'm going to that aspect. I know it's not yet time, but I just want to know because everything as it's coming, so let it come together so that I understand it too. Because for
Okay.
instance, if I have like if I followed 1,000 people, I know they're earning from me, right? And
No,
the
they are
same,
not.
they are not. But I'm
No.
wasting my data and I follow anytime I log in or log on.
Yes.
I'm wasting my data and I'm burning my data, searching, doing research online through their websites and all that. So what if
So
I
how do you
have
get your money back summarily, right? And so when
that's
you
my
follow
question.
someone, apart whether or not you follow somebody, so long as your data is on, you're receiving WhatsApp messages, you can mute yourself. Let me respond and then we'll proceed to Canva.
Okay.
As long as your data is on, your data is going. Whether you follow somebody or you don't follow somebody, whether you're just going through Instagram to see people's posts, whether you are chatting, you are viewing someone's status on WhatsApp, your data is going, money is going. Even if you don't even open social media at all, you don't even send any message, you just have your data on. There are some apps that run with data. Your money is going, your data is going. How do you get your money back? Be a social media manager, so that when you are a social media manager for a brand, at the end of the month, the brand will pay you. So let's say, for instance, a brand is paying you 40,000 as an example to be their social media manager, and you have used 10,000 or 12,000 for data in that month. You have gained now, haven't you gained? Use data of about 10 to 12K to do all your research, to create posts, use Canva, everything, blah, blah, blah for 1 month. They pay you 40K at the end of the day. Net profits now, Abby. Okay. So, yeah. Then sometimes a brand can reach out to you. Can you help us do a flyer? We want to do an advert. Help us do a flyer for something. You can charge them for that flyer. You can charge them 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 for that one flyer. The flyer that I told you people, the assignment I gave you to do, only 4 persons that did the TCH flyer out of the 90-something persons that are registered on that group, which is not encouraging at all. I was lecturer at university, we'll just end the class and you will carry over the course next session. Then I will not be your lecturer, maybe another person. Okay? But then, if for instance now a church that reaches out to you, all right, please help us do a flyer. We have a program that's coming. Olade Farasin is our guest speaker. And do flyer for us. Charge them now. These people Olade Farasin is coming and they'll give him an honorarium of nothing less than 100K. You go and charge them 1.2 or 1.5 for 500 or 3 for 2,000. All right. This person that is saying we are sorry, I will give Pastor that for a report. People will have him to answer. It's not about I'm sorry. I give people what people did not do. Anyway, so these are some of the ways that you can make money and recover your data money back. All right. I'm sure I've answered the question. Thank you. God bless. No further questions again. Let's proceed into Canva. Before that, I need to just quickly do something. Just a moment, please. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Multitasking here. I'm trying to, So yes, let's go into Canva. Okay, but before we go into what should I do now? Okay, so what I would do instead of making comments on the designs that you guys have done, I will go to Canva, then and I will now give comments. Okay, so let me turn off my video, leave my audio on, share my screen. Just a moment. I'm trying to ensure that we don't have the same issue that we had yesterday, and there was a feedback. All right. Let me know when you can see my screen, please. Can you guys see my screen? Is there a feedback? Is there a feedback? I don't think there's a feedback. I'm sure you guys can hear me clearly, and I think you can see my screen. So let me proceed. Okay, so let me start from the very beginning. Let me log out. Let me sign out. All right. Now, you are new to Canva, you've downloaded the app, you want to access Canva, click on the app, right? How it's showing here might be not so much different from how it will show on your phone, depending on the phone that you're using, right? You have an email and what's called password, right? So you can, if you have an Apple ID, you can log in with your Apple ID. Continue with Google, essentially is to log in with your Google account that is logged on your phone. Continue with Facebook, log in with your Facebook account. But if you want to input an email and then a password, come to this continue another way, right? Please let me know if there is a feedback and if you are not seeing my screen, please, right? So continue another way, click on that. At the bottom here, you see continue with email. So click on continue with email. Type in the email address or type in the email address that I gave to you guys. All right. And then the password is the password I gave to you guys. Okay. So WYB 000301 and a full stop. Then, right? Login. Okay. And then I am logged into Canva. That is how you gain access into Canva. So you guys can see my screen. Yes. And there's no feedback. Good. So we are here in Canva now. Now, Canva has different parts. I was trying to be fast yesterday, so and I've missed. I've missed some aspects, right? So now this is the welcome page of Canva. At the top here, this search that you're seeing is for you to search for templates that you will use for your designs. right? At the bottom here, okay, home is where we are now. We are already on home. Okay. If you click on templates here, it brings up many templates, related and unrelated, right? It won't make sense for you to just come here and start scrolling through. Instead of doing all of this, when you are on home, just come here to the top here and search. Okay. Projects are things that you have done before using Canva. Okay. At the bottom here, you have Canva Pro. If you are using the free version and you want to use the paid version, come to Canva Pro to upgrade your account. Okay, then menu is where you would see, like your normal menu now. Okay, you can change your profile picture here. You can log out and all of that. You can check your trash settings, content planner. Essentially, this content planner helps you to schedule your posts. So let's say, for instance, now you do a design of posts, all right? You do a design of posts ahead of time so that you can save yourself the stress of having to look for what to post every day. You can do a 1 month ahead post and then schedule them. That's okay. On the 1st of February, new month post by 7 a.m. Canva automatically posts this thing for me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can do it like that and it will post it for you automatically. So whether or not you are sleeping or you forgot, so long as the data is on, it will go through. All right. So that's for content planner. So you can play around these, in your spare time. Okay. So let's come back to home. I'm sure we understood what I just, these things I showed you guys. All right. In your spare time, you can play around it. Now, before we do design proper, I'll show you some other features of Canva. So let's try and do a design, for instance. Then before we start the design itself, I would explain some further parts of Canva to you. So we come to the top here, search. I need somebody to. Okay, let me not say I need somebody to. I would call a name. Now I can't see the chat box. I want to speak in faith that maybe a name or two that I have seen in the chat box can respond. Let me go back to Paul. Mr. Paul, I think that's Paul Jumbo, if I'm not mistaken your name. I need you to unmute yourself and give me, we want to do a design. Okay, you know what? Don't worry, Paul, chill. Later. For now, let's try out church because I gave you people assignments to do for church and you guys did not do the assignments. All right, so let's say we want to do a flyer inviting people to church. We want to check for templates. All right, so I come to this search and I type in under templates. Now, remember, if you are searching under projects, it will bring out results that are, when I mean project, these projects you are seeing here, to bring out results of things I have done before. Okay, but if you come to templates here, leave it at templates, and then you search here, type in what you want to. So we are doing something churchy. So we can say events. We can search events. We can search church. We can search worship. We can search preaching, guest speaker, anything relating to church. So let's say church. Search to bring up different search results. Now I saw this template that was used. I think Obey used this template and it came out pretty well done. So just scroll through, look for a template that you think would give you something cool, not something complex, something that you can work with and come out nice. All right. I'll just use something. Let me use this guy. Let me use this one here. Let's use this one. All right. See what we can make out of it. So I'll click on that. So let's wait for it to load a bit. I'm sure you guys can see my screen. All right. Now, using Canva, there are different. Okay, when you look at a design like this, everything that you're seeing here is called elements. Elements of a design. right? So you have this image that is here. It's an element, it's an image element. You have this text you are seeing at the top here. This really great, blah, blah, blah. This text at the top here is a text element. Everything that has to do with word, right? Letters, that's a text element, all right? Then this black stuff you are seeing here is an element on its own. Then this white background you are seeing here is an element of its own. Now, each of these elements, you have different parts of Canva that you would get, you can replace it with or replace it from, okay? So if you click on an element, Canva will bring up different things at the bottom here. So now I touch this picture, so just tapped it once, and then all of these things at the bottom came up. All right, so if I scroll, you will see different things here. Now, the first one you're seeing here, replace. Replace is to change it to something else, another picture. So if I click on this replace now, you will see that it will bring up different things. All right, my gallery, image, okay. Okay, this you see, sorry, at the bottom here, you see camera roll, you see uploads, that's what you've uploaded to Canva before. Photos, Canva photos, videos, Canva videos. All right, so uploads, photos, videos, anyone you click is to replace that item there. Okay, replace this image. Now for effects, if you click on effects, effects basically will bring up another menu. All right, this BG remover that you're seeing here, that BG is background, remove background. All right, so for some of you that may have struggled, maybe you want to change this person's picture now to Pastor Darlington's picture. All right, if you see this guy's picture now, it doesn't have a background. It's like they removed the image from a background and just put it there, right? So the background was removed. You can do that with this BG remover. And you can only do it if you're using the paid version of Canva, not the free one. If you're using the free one, it will not work. All right. All these other aspects of feature, of effects, you might not want to bother yourself about them now. Let me know. They're important, but let me not make this class too complex. Okay? Let me rest my case on that. For filters, oftentimes I don't use filters like that, but if you come to filters at the bottom here, you click on filters, you can change the filter. It will just change how the picture is looking, right? Just change it, give it different look and feel. Okay, let's come back to none. So that is for filter. The next one here is adjust, right? Now, so if you take a picture and the picture is not looking bright enough, you want to increase the brightness. That's on your phone. No, I'm talking about your phone now. You want to increase the brightness. You want to increase the contrast. You want to look sharper. That is what you can do on that adjust. So if you click on adjust, you see increase the brightness. You want to reduce brightness, reduce it, you drag this thing down. All right, but just play with it till you gives you a brightness that is what you want. Contrast, you can reduce contrast, you can increase contrast. Saturation, it just gives it this, improves the appearance, right? You take it down, change it to black and white. You take it forward, it shall make it a bit more enhanced. Okay, if you want to tint it, tint is changing the color to something else, green, red, whatever, but leave it at 0. I often do not use tint. For blur, if you want to make it blur, you can blur it. If you want to, this other way, make it sharp, that's that. X process is to increase the quality as well. This vignette is to add some form of black shadow around the image. Warmth is to just play around these features. I cannot, actually in this class, I cannot explore everything. You can do this. You can do this, on your own. So play around these features, right? For sake of time. So that is for adjust, this adjust. Then for crop is to take out some part of the image that you don't need. So if you click on crop, you can remove some parts, and this is what you see. You want to take out some part of the image. Now I want to go back to how it was before. At the top here, if you are familiar with using Microsoft Word or share anything, there is undo, like undo, go back and do some, take it back to what it was before. So I click on undo, it's take to what it was before. Come back to the picture. Flip is to either flip it horizontal or vertical, right? That's what that one does. Animate at the bottom here. Animate is to give it some video effects. For instance, you want it to move in some form of way, right? There are different styles here. So let's say if you click on this breeze now, if you press play here to see how it looks, you see that this image, you see that initially it was just a normal picture, but when you click on that animate, you have given it some form of animation, it's moving. All right, that's what animate does. So transparency, if you want to make it invisible or visible, depending on what you want to achieve, that is for transparency. Position, the next one is position. For position, you want to bring it forward, bring it backward, take it behind something, bring it in front of something. So let's say I shift this image here now, for instance, right? And I want to bring it to the front. I want everything to go to the back. I'll come to position here, click on position. I can say forward, click on forward until it comes to the front. Now it's in front of everything. If I click on to back, it will take it to the back. It's behind everything. So let me bring it forward a bit where it was before, and then I adjust my image here, and we are good. Then this nudge at the bottom here, this nudge that you see, nudge is to move it left, right, up, down. Okay, now instead of holding the image and dragging, moving it around with your hand, your finger, instead of doing that, you can use this nudge. So if you click on nudge here, it brings up these 4 arrows, left, right, up, down. So if I touch this left, if I touch this one here, left, it moves it to the left. If I hold it down, you see it's moving without me having to use my hand. If I come and hold right here, it's moving right. If I use up, it's moving up. If I'm using down, it's moving down. Okay, so that is for nudge. Info just gives you more info on this image. Comments, if you want to add a comment, link. Let's say, for instance, now you want to print this as a PDF document and you want to add a link. Maybe if this is a PDF document and you click on this image, it will take you to TCH website. You can add a link. So if you click on link, you type the website you want to put there. Click on done. They click on this image, it would, go to the website. Now for the next one, lock. If you want to lock this design so that you want to do other things and they are not affecting, maybe let's say you want to edit this text here you are seeing and you don't want to touch this one, you don't want to affect this one, you've done something and you want to remain like that, you can lock it. Use this lock function, just click on lock and it's locked, right? So see, if I touch this image now, I can't move it. I can't do any edit on it because what? I have locked it. All right, now I can do every other design, it will not affect this image that I've done. So let me unlock it. All right, I'm sure we understood all that was done so far. Just a moment, please. Just a moment, please. I'm with you guys. All right, so let's start editing proper now. I'm sure you guys follow through. Now, please take note that I can't teach you everything here. You go back home where you're already home, presumably. You go back on your own and try out your hands on these things, coupled with the tutorial videos I will share with you people. You can go over the recording again, So the next thing now, we want to change all of these things. We want to advertise for service, okay? So let's change this image to something or someone that we know. It could be a TCH member or not. It's preferably a TCH member because of recent we'll be having some good pictures on our Instagram page. So let me go to Instagram and check for Covenant House. RCCG Covenant House. Okay. I just want to use a picture that would so let's give it a theme first. So usually the theme will determine the picture you are putting up there. I'm sure you understand. All right. So let's say it's worship, right? It's a program on worship. Okay, we put someone that is worshiping in the mood of worship, right? Instead of someone that is smiling, shining teeth. All right. So let's want to do something on worship, right? So let's go back to Instagram. Let's check this lady's picture here. Looks like something we can use. Pastor Dilodri looks, she's in the spirit right here. Pastor Modupe is dancing and happy here. This design that people are seeing here, so it's Canva. I use Canva to do the design that people are seeing here. I'm sure you people can do better. I don't want to use a minister. Let me use a worker, a member. Pastor JT. Just a moment, so guys. I just want to look for a picture that we could use. Okay. Let's try this lady's picture. All right. So you can't save. So I'll have to screenshot this. All right. Remove the excess part that I don't need. Just crop it. Done. This is not Canva. This is my phone, my normal phone feature. So I come back to Canva. Now I want to add her picture. If I click on picture, I can use this replace. All right. If I'm coming to replace, I can check my. Okay, let's save that to my gallery. I can come to camera roll. That's my phone gallery. Why is it not showing now? Okay, yeah. So her image is here on my phone gallery. I click on it, and it's here. Let me expand this. So if you look closely, it is off. All right. It has background and all of that, but I could remove the background. Where do I come to? I come to the bottom here, effects. Click on effects. Come here to BG remover. I click on BG remover, and Canva will automatically remove the background and leave just the woman's picture. All right. And there we go. I can reduce it, can increase it, reduce it. So a size that is okay. I shift it to the side here, adjust it a bit. Now the image is not looking so sharp. I can touch it up a bit, click on the image, come to the bottom here where you have adjust. I click on adjust. I can increase the brightness a bit, just a bit, maybe by increasing, instead of 0, maybe 8 or 9. Contrast, increase the contrast. See, it's looking sharp. Increase the saturation. What else? I'll just see what else I can touch here to highlight so much. Touch it a bit. Want a bit. Shadow, no. Just a bit. I think this is manageable because of time. Let me shift it just a bit. All right. So, sorry guys. Okay, so this woman is here. Let's see. Thinking of the right caption for worship. Getting God's attention. Get God's attention. Okay. Now, the main thing that the selling point of this picture is get God's attention. People want God to intervene in their situation, right? They want to get God's attention in their matter. So we want to tell them you can get God's attention. So that should be the main thing. Now, in this image, this worship you are seeing here is the main thing that catches your attention. So let's change this worship to get God's attention. Get God's attention. All right. Let me shift this one a bit. Or reduce the size of this. Stretch it a bit. That's looking out. Let me leave it here. Sorry guys, I'm coming. So this, then this conference, let me shift it aside first. If I need it, it's fine. If not, I'll delete it. This get God's attention, I bring it here. Edit it to how, okay, you are saying get God's attention. How? By your worship. Okay. Now I need this color, the color of the by your worship, I need it to be popping. I need that contrast to be there so that it will be visible. Okay. So I can change it to, let's say, so at the bottom here, you see color. If I click on color, I can change it to maybe yellow. Okay, that's bright enough. Change this format to, let me leave it at this. Attention, I didn't spell that correctly. Attention. All right. Get God's attention by your worship. Okay. And this conference, I can bring it here, reduce the size, and say, join us. All right. Reduce the size a bit. Okay. Guest speaker, this guest speaker, the name is Pastor. No, let's say ministering. Sorry, guys. Ministering. I will change guest speaker to ministering. Since it's a worship program, I will say the TCH choir. Okay, so, oh, so sorry. That's one disadvantage of using phone. It could just mess up with what you're doing if you're not careful. All right. So this guest speaker, I'm changing it to ministering. In Covenant House, our choir is called Chosen Vessels. So I'll change this person's name. Sorry, my phone is so many things at the same time. Comment. All right. So chosen vessels. Done. Right? And here I can say come and experience God's intervention in that situation. All right. Now, this common experience God's intervention in that situation is not clear. The message will not be passed. So I can change the font. If I click on it, at the bottom here, you will see font. So I click on font to change it to something that is legible, bold enough for people to see. All right, let me see what this. So there are different fonts here. You can choose the one that you think would give you what you have in mind. If I click on this one here, it looks okay. Let's play around that. Adjust it a bit. Now, the space in between the letters, or the space in between each line, that's this first line, common experience, second line, God's intervention, third line, that situation. I could close the space in between, right? If you scroll at the bottom here, right, come to this spacing that you see here. If I click on spacing, line spacing is to reduce or increase the spacing in between the lines. I want to reduce the spacing, so I'll reduce it. Let it look better for me. Right? Then I adjust it. I could decide to adjust it with this nudge. So I use nudge to push it to align. Let everything just look on a straight line. Okay? Then I can come and say this free parking and blah, 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 blah. Right? I can change it to, sorry. Behave yourself on this one. This free, I have to zoom out for this. This free parking, I want to change it to, let's say, dates. This one will be dates. My phone is hanging, too many things at the same time. All right, so let's say Sunday. Tomorrow is what, 29th, right? Sunday, January 29, 2023. Done. All right. Now the spacing in between these texts is much. In between this Sunday, 29 January, blah, blah, blah. I can come to spacing and reduce it. I usually leave it at 0. Okay. Leave it at 0. Click on this one, adjust it up a bit. This one, adjust it up a bit. This is the last thing we are doing today. You guys will go and practice more on your own. All right. There is no venue. There has to be a venue for the service that you're organizing. Now, I've clicked on this one. If you look here, sorry, where's my, oh shit. Sorry, I'm coming. Where's my cursor? Okay, so if you look here, you see this trash icon, this dustbin icon is to delete it. This other one here, you see like a plus icon, right? That one is to duplicate it. So I want to use the same text, same style, to save venue. Okay, so I would click on that. It gives me a duplicate. I can bring it under it here. Just adjust it a bit. Take this first one up. The second one follows. All right, then I change it and say 888 Balarabe Musa. Recent. PI Lagos. All right. Shift this woman's picture a bit. I can change this one to this really great site. I can change it to don't be left out and stuff. This one at the top here. Remember, we've not put in the church that's organizing it. Okay, so come here. We can change this one and say RCCG, the Covenant House, Parish. Okay. The spacing in between each letter is too much, so I can reduce it. I come to spacing, reduce the letter spacing. Okay, this one looks okay. I can click on it. Click on the Covenant House. So I'm trying to get the exact location of this thing. Let me lock this thing because it's disturbing me. Good. So I come here. This is what I want, Covenant House. I want to move it. Okay. I'm moving it to the right. Why am I moving it to the right? Sorry, to the left. I want to introduce the Covenant House logo here. Just a moment, please. This is the last thing we do today. We're already rounding up. So I want to introduce the Covenant House logo. I have already uploaded the logo on my, I uploaded the logo before on my canvas. So if I come to this plus sign here, and I come to uploads, where is uploads now? This should be uploads, yeah. Okay, somebody has uploaded it here. If I search it and I say logo, sorry, or TCH, I used to save it then. So TCH, I have logo that the background is removed. Well, let me use the one that you people have already uploaded on my page, right? Let me use this one, for instance, this one that is showing here. So let me use this one. Since this is the Covenant House logo, it has a background, right? So I want to remove that background. Remember what we're going to do? Come to effects, you come to BG remover, you click on it, and Canva would remove the background. Okay, you see the background is gone, just the logo that is showing. So I reduce the size and I bring it somewhere here. All right, let me take it up a bit. Okay, let's see how this looks. So guys, this is what we have done. Yeah, can only get better. All right, so let me save this to my phone and I can share with you guys. Save as PNG, download, preparing your design, and it saves. So okay, something is wrong. Why? Is it my internet? Try again. Okay, I don't know why that's happening. Download, PNG, download. Okay, I don't know why this is not downloading. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, it's not downloaded. Anyway, we're done with design. It's with my network. Maybe too many things going on at the same time, but we are done here, right? So, let me stop sharing my screen. And yes, that is it, guys. So we're done with today's session. I'm sure you guys learned one or two. You can sorry, I'm just seeing all your chat because I wasn't seeing what you're doing before, right? I wasn't seeing the chats that you guys were putting up, right? Okay. So but I'm sure we all followed, and I'm sure we'll go back, try and as we progress with time, get better. So remember, look for good enough templates, yeah, so that's it for today, guys. This session is recorded. I will share the recording with you people later on. Tomorrow is the final session, but would be as fast as possible, touch what we have left. So I'll send materials for you guys to practice with, and you go back and then continue. All right, thank you, Billy. God bless you too. Thank you, everyone. No questions taken. Okay, I said I was going to make comments on the designs that you put in. I'll do that tomorrow because this is 9 o'clock already. We have to prepare for church tomorrow. Do other things. Okay, so thank you, everyone. God bless you. Please do your assignments, right? Do your assignments. The best thing that you can do for me right now is to do your assignments and participate. Okay, so thank you for staying. Please, tomorrow is service for Covenant House members. Ensure you are in church tomorrow, right? Please be in church tomorrow. Let's see in church. We could try out one or two things on see in church. I could put you through one or two things when you bring your phone to me for me to share one or two things on Canva. Well, let's see in church tomorrow. Service starts by 8 o'clock, Sunday school. Main service starts by 9. Take care of yourself. God bless you. Have a good night's rest.